I want to show you this behavior real fast of my cow. And I want to know if you've ever seen this before.
Oh, sure.
If people are watching this and don't know, we have a farm channel, Off Gridish Living, and the link should be in the video comments. So you can look at the comments, the pinned comment, or in the video description and just click on that and find us. But this is a YouTube channel. So far, you know, we've got, I don't know, 4,000 subscribers, something. It's not a huge channel, but we have fun with it. And that to me is a value. It's a way to document the farm. But okay, have you ever seen a horse and cow do this?
We have something going on too. It's very odd out here. Daddy cow,
We have, so I haven't seen a horse and a cow do that. And we do have horses and cows together, but we did at one point in time. We had a cooney pig that had an affinity towards our dairy cow, and it was wild. They were very, very friendly. Yeah, it was weird.
Watch what happens here.
Seen him do it to mommy cow. Obviously, they don't have a very committed relationship. Seem to have a lot of inappropriate behavior happening.
It gets worse. Wow.
Yeah.
I did not. I mean, what would even happen if, say, we castrated him last year, but like, let's just say he still had his parts. And let's also say Sassy wasn't a grandma because she's 31 and I don't think she could get pregnant anyway. Would it just be like a night, you know, forgotten about, like what happens in the pasture stays in the pasture, or could a cow and a horse actually produce something?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It works like that. We used to have we had a horse named Sassy, and she was very, very old. She passed away last year, but yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. How old is she?
She was, we didn't know, you know, they estimated that she was probably real close to 30.
Oh, well, that's a pretty good life.
Yep. Oh yeah. She had a good life. She was a great rider. She was real quiet for the kids. She was.
How long did you have her?
We probably had her for about 8 years.
Okay. And what kind of horse?
She was, my wife is like the super horse person.
That's okay.
She was like, I forget. I'm not the horse.
She was a well-natured horse. She must not have been an Arabian.
No, she wasn't any type of like thoroughbred or Arabian or anything like that.
Maybe just a quarter horse, which I don't want to say just a quarter horse because they're awesome. My next horse, I want to be a quarter horse. We'll see. Our Sassy, I don't know how many years she's got left in her, but I'll say this much. Daddy Cow has figured out, because our daughter named them Daddy Cow and Mommy Cow, and they just were here when we bought this place. It was an as-is contract, and it was like, you have to take the animals. So that's how we're like, well, I guess we're just going to become farmers now. But anyway, she named them Daddy Cow and Mommy Cow. And he's a Holstein and she's an Angus, we assume, and we're just like not going to breed them. So we castrated him. But he's become a very good friend of Sassy's. And so he has intelligently figured out that she's my favorite horse from when I was very young, and I will not eat him as long as she wants to be his friend. So it actually is very smart because he has just extended his life significantly. He was coming up to the chopping block, and I'm like, I can't take him away from Sassy because it will really stress her out. The other day, the farrier came to trim her feet, and she couldn't see Daddy Cow, and she was totally losing it. Like, okay, I guess we're not going to eat Daddy Cow because he's your best friend. But yeah,
maybe
good for him.
If Daddy Cow's that smart, maybe we could have Daddy Cow run for office because he could probably help us out, fix some things.
Yeah. Well, it seems like his behavior around women would fit really well in the Oval Office. So
sure.
Okay, Green Pasture. Let's talk about Green Pasture before we go. Very amazing, wonderful company. I take the fermented cod liver oil, but all of their products are great. And they're very like vitamin D, vitamin K, omega type products. Like they've got skate oil and a bunch of other stuff. But this is a product I have been taking for almost 12 years. I love this product. Actually, probably longer than that. Maybe almost 15, but I have to do the math later. Shop fermented cod liver oil and concentrated butter oil blend. This is what you will see when you go. And I want to show you what I take because a lot of people ask me what flavor, where is it? gel. Okay, so they have a capsule. If you don't want to actually take it, you can take the capsule. I think it's a better deal to get the gel. And I do cinnamon tingle. My favorite flavor is the cinnamon. So you can choose your option on blend gel, chocolate, cinnamon, or unflavored. I frankly think the cinnamon is the best. It's just an amazing product. Help me heal cavities naturally. And I used to have cavities every time I went to the dentist. If you use promo code Alison at checkout, you get 10% off. So greenpasture.org, 10% off by using your promo code Alison. Can't say enough about this product. We take it every day. The kids take it. If you start them young, they won't think that cinnamon fish is a weird flavor. They'll think that's totally normal. If they're very competitive, like my kids are, they will fight over it. Who can take it? It's amazing how you can trick kids into taking stuff that is good for them if you start them young and use a little bit of competitive nature. Okay, TD, is there anything else that we need to talk about before you go on this topic or anything else?
Not really that I can think of off the top of my head. It was just funny. You had put your video out about your YouTube channel dying, and then ironically, it got traction for some bizarre reason. So what I did is I was like, well, I'm going to see if this is a thing, So I did a quick little video on, is our YouTube channel dying? And apparently it is not a thing for us because it got,
darn,
no views. And
sorry.
But, we're kind of used to. I was just curious because I didn't know what your thoughts were on why that got traction. Did you have any speculation?
Why mine made it?
Yeah.
Well, Eric Hunley was the one who told me that it's this thing that's happening this year for a bunch of different reasons. Though I found a lot of the commentary videos about it really didn't say why. They had idea like, oh, people just get burnout or whatever. But it seems like there's something else going on there. I kind of wonder if ad revenue is down for a lot of people because of the economy. The advertisers aren't paying as much. And so YouTube's not paying as much and people are just like getting out of it. I mean, think about it. If you say you're somebody who you made it big and you did live within your means and you're like first time NBA player or something, you blow all your money on a huge house. And now all of a sudden your income's cut. Not because you did anything wrong necessarily, but just because there's just not as much revenue, or there's too many people now in the game. So there's a lot of people to split the ad revenue among. You have to get out and get another job. I don't know. I mean, why did my video do so well on it? I don't know. I wish I knew because I would love to have more videos do well on YouTube. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to kill myself over it. I tried an experiment once a few months ago. Another YouTuber had suggested like doing more uploads, trying to upload every day.
Yes. Yeah.
I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it as a mom of two and, young kids like at home all the time, which you have 6 kids. So I can't complain. And I love being a mom. It's my favorite job. That's why I'm not going to stick my kids, in a daycare or something. So YouTube all day. I just don't want to do that. That's not interesting to me. So whatever, it is my lot. But why that one video slipped past, I don't know. I did a second follow-up video about the reaction to the first video, and that video got a third of the views of the first one. So it's not every time. I threw the red tape for that one video, but I'm back to losing again, even on the same content. I mean, yeah, I got 4,000 versus 800 or something views, but it's still way lower. I think I got to like 16,000 views on that one. But it's funny, even that is not a lot compared to what I used to do on YouTube.
Absolutely. Well, that's my greater question. My greater question for our channel is basically in 2021 or 2022, our channel went from 30,000 subs, like floating in mediocrity kind of, and it went from 30,000 subs to 99,000 subs in the matter of 3 months. And our ad revenue went from $200 to $300 a month to $10,000 to $13,000 a month in those 3 months. And our website sales were astronomical as well. And it's kind of funny. We're very fiscally conservative. And so what we did is we stockpiled all of that money for the boys because it was Matt's idea for a business. And so we stockpiled all that money. So the boys took all of that revenue and they bought a mobile sawmill, and then they bought a couple trucks, and they've parlayed that windfall of that 3 months into a construction business. And now the 3 older boys have a local like construction handyman business, and they're working full time. They're scheduled out maybe like 3 or 4 weeks right now. And they
Wow.
don't have any time for social media. They don't have
Yeah,
any
that's
time for
awesome.
YouTube.
Is it
And
now? See, that is a much better plan than what the Surgeon General, wants to do with social media by putting a warning label or whatever. And like parents just don't know what to do. It's like maybe your kids don't have enough work on their hands. Like maybe they
yes,
just should have no
absolutely.
time for social media, and they
That's
learn
great.
how to make money doing
Yeah.
something else. And it's like most people want to make money. Like kids like to make money. My daughter's 4 and she likes to go buy her chickens food. And it's like she just used to walk out of the store. I'm like, wait a second, you can't steal it. You're going to go to jail. You got to pay. Well, how do I do that? You got to get a job. And it's like, okay,
Right.
well, give me a job. Yeah. It's like, so yeah. And then she's not going to want to be on Instagram if she can go make money to do whatever
right.
she wants. So
Yeah, you're
that's a
right.
good plan. Maybe you should be Surgeon General.
Well,
But
I don't
it's
know
still,
if I'm wise enough to do it.
it is so good to hear that they're making it like with real skills, and
Yeah.
that's very hopeful for their generation, because I always wonder if growing up with cell phones and social media is just they never knew life without that stuff, if that turns them into robots or what. But I guess that there's still hope for the kids out there.
That's why we keep the channel around, and we want to keep producing content, is to give people hope, to show people that it works. It works to take everything and invest it into your kids, and take your time and take your hobbies, and hey, look, ditch all that stuff. The next generation is what's important. Take your money, resources, and time, pour it into your children, create the next men and women that the country needs to survive. And it still works. Like society still works, and these concepts and these foundational fundamental things still work. And as long as we don't get so synthesized and virtualized and metaversed, and we focus on what's important and what's real, these truths are still self-evident, and they work. And it's just, focus on what works, and focus on what's real.